Welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News for Wednesday, July 26th. Grant Olson is away this week. I'm Jefferson Robbins. And in case you're wondering, I did see Oppenheimer, and it was everything I thought it would be. You'll have my full film review later on if you're very unlucky. Right now, here's some of the top stories we're following for you this evening. Cops and kids will mingle once again as National Night Out returns to the Wenatchee Valley next week, this time with 2 locations in our 2 different cities. And a well-known East Wenatchee police officer goes viral with footage of her most extraordinary wedding, racking up the views on TikTok. Weather-wise, another pleasant low 80s day with gentle winds, much cooler than the oven conditions we lived with last week. Warning, however, some increasing temperatures are forthcoming. Dan Kuntz is taking on extra duties. In addition to hosting Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, he will be with us later on in this half hour to bring you your complete forecast. But tonight, our top story. Chelan County Mountain Rescue made another save in the mountainous backcountry over the weekend. On Sunday, a climber accidentally went off her route while descending the Dragon Tail Peak in the Enchantment Lakes Wilderness southwest of Leavenworth. 2 climbers with the all-volunteer rescue team were delivered to the peak by Chelan County Sheriff's helicopter. And then they rappelled to the lost climber's location and helped guide her out to safety as night fell. The team says there were no injuries in that incident. A Chelan resident must serve 90 days in jail for burglarizing a shop building at the Chelan Fruit Packing Warehouse. 25-year-old Alan Larumbe was sentenced Monday in Chelan County Superior Court. He pleaded guilty to 2 counts of second-degree burglary and 1 count each of first-degree theft and stolen property possession. Larumbe admitted stealing an estimated $6,900 worth of tools and assorted items from Chelan Fruit back in November 2021. A co-defendant in the case, 23-year-old Santiago Alexis Jimenez, faces similar charges. Authorities say a plea agreement is likely in that case as well. A Wenatchee nursing assistant has had her license suspended for allegedly committing mental abuse against a vulnerable adult. Deborah Lee Knappert has been a CNA since 1991. The case began with a finding by the State Adult Protective Services Agency in December, which placed Knappert on a registry of service providers who are prohibited from caring for vulnerable adults. The Department of Health summarily suspended Knappert's license in late June. She will have the opportunity to defend herself against full suspension or revocation in a disciplinary hearing. The Wenatchee Valley will have 2 opportunities to get together on National Night Out next week. The event, which aims to foster better relationships between law enforcement and the community they serve, is held the first Tuesday in August. There will be 2 events held that night, one at the Eastmont Community Park in East Wenatchee and at Cafe's Mission Street location in Wenatchee. Both locations will have fun for the whole family with face painting, games, informational booths, and treats. Both events will be held next Tuesday, August 1st, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Well, when we come back, local pups will have the opportunity to get into the swim of things, courtesy of Wenatchee's public pool. And travelers on Chumpsteak Highway can expect some slowdowns as vital repair work gets started next month. I'm Jefferson Robbins, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
Enjoy the sounds of summer from your very own pool and spa. Blue Lagoon is now scheduling pool installations for this summer. Call today to schedule a free consultation for a custom San Juan fiberglass pool. And let the experts at Blue Lagoon handle the construction, installation, and regular maintenance. Turn your boring backyard into vacation paradise this summer with industry-leading San Juan pool. No need to go off the deep end. Relax knowing you're in great hands with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa.
Hi everybody, Dan Kuntz alongside Jesse Coble from Alpine Air. There's ice on my heat pump and under my heat pump.
Well, ice under your heat pump is normal. When we go into a defrost cycle, it melts the frost off, creates water, which freezes to the ground. Ice around your heat pump is a thing that you should probably give us a call about.
Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air for heat and air. Call Alpine Air. Thanks, Jesse.
Thanks.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. A viral TikTok video of East Wenatchee police officer Ivy Jacobson getting married earlier this month has gained millions of views after it highlighted a special moment at her wedding. Jacobson, who's also a school resource officer for the Eastmont School District, appeared in a video by her wedding event planner. It begins with a little story about Jacobson's life, reading, "At 16, our bride played a pivotal role in ensuring her abusive father was put in prison." The video continues by showing the 15 different men who range from family, childhood coaches, and most notably, the police officer who arrested her father, walking her down the aisle. The men, who were all dressed in white shirts and khaki pants, said a collective "we do" when asked who was giving away the bride. Jacobson married Chelan County Sheriff's Deputy Tristan Jurgensen. The TikTok has amassed 12.5 million views since it was posted 5 days ago.
There goes my heart beating, 'cause you are the reason I'm losing my sleep. Please come back now. And there goes my mind racing, and you are the reason that I'm still breathing. I'm hopeless now.
Really? So I ask, who gives this woman to be married to this man?
We do.
Just to be with you.
Get those tennis balls and towels ready. Doggy Paddle Swim is back this weekend for one day only. This Saturday, owners can bring their friendly dogs to the Wenatchee City Pool for a dip. There is an entrance fee of $5 for residents or $5.50 for non-residents per dog. Handlers must be 16 years or older and will need to show proof of rabies vaccination. The event will be held from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. this Saturday, July 29th. Chelan County's major route between Leavenworth and Plain will undergo some major reconstruction starting August 7th. Chumstick Highway between milepost 5 and 7, about halfway between the two towns, will undergo grinding and resurfacing to replace pavement that's been worn down by freezing and thawing. The County Public Works Department will also retrofit some bridge railings and make other safety improvements along the way. Smith Excavation is the lead contractor with a $1.5 million contract from the county awarded earlier this month. Drivers in the area should plan for delays of up to 20 minutes once the project starts and expect the work to last about a month. Now, coming up next, the State Department of Natural Resources is keeping a close eye on wildfire conditions throughout Washington. Commissioner Hillary Franz provides an update and some precautions. And Dan Kuntz will be along with a look at the area's weather picture for the next several days. More from us just ahead on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stick with us.
Hit the open roads this summer with Click It RV Superstore in Moses Lake during the Great American Sales Event. The best brands, Grand Design, Flagstaff, Thor, SMC trailers, and more. Over 1,000 RVs. Payments as low as $240 per month. $240 down. 0 payments until 2024. Up to $4,000 over JD Power for your trade-in. Plus, get a Traeger grill and Yeti cooler with purchase during the Great American Sales Event. Now at the Click It RV Superstore in Moses Lake, off I-90 on North Frontage. Hurry in today.
Hi, I'm Brian Campbell, and I'd appreciate your vote for Mayor of Wenatchee. Born and raised in Wenatchee, I've experienced a lot of change over the years. Businesses have been devastated by the pandemic. People are concerned for their family's safety. Parents are concerned about their children's education and parents' rights, and people are struggling to make ends meet and find affordable housing. With my past service on our city council and 12 years of meeting attendance, over 100 years of combined community service, and over 40 years in the financial services and real estate industries, I'm uniquely qualified to provide common sense solutions to these challenges.
Paid for by Brian Campbell for mayor.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Washington Natural Resources Commissioner Hillary Franz and her team say the drought, wind, and the peak of summer point to continuing wildfire danger this summer. However, in a briefing Tuesday with Washington media, both Franz and DNR meteorologist Matthew Deere say there are some reasons for optimism, including lower recent temperatures and improved collaboration between fire agencies.
We're really entering the peak of fire season now in Washington in the last week of July. That's pretty typical for a fire season in Washington. but it's pretty noticeable this year. Both the national and the Northwest regional preparedness levels have increased to a 3 out of 5 just within the last week. And we've seen several new large fires in Oregon and Washington over the past 7 days. In Washington, the Newell Road fire, which the commissioner will speak on shortly, has grown to over 50,000 acres, and no fire in 2022 reached 50,000 acres. So it's really a testament to the drought conditions that we're experiencing, as well as the fire danger that we have across the state. Now, in the medium and long-term outlook, there's some good news and some bad news. The good news is that the wetting rains from yesterday across Western Washington have really tamped down significant fire concerns for areas west of the Cascades for the next 7 to 10 days. East of the Cascades was not so lucky, really did not see much precipitation, though temperatures are 5 to 10 degrees cooler today, and really for the rest of the week than we saw last week. Yeah, I don't think anyone in Washington is going to experience 95-degree temperatures for the next couple of days, and that's certainly welcome. However, in the long term, with the rains missing Eastern Washington, the fuels remaining very dry, and long-term models indicating that we are going to go back under a very strong ridge by the first week in August, I do think that we're going to continue to see large fires crop up across the landscape, at least with more significant fire danger. So some positives so far from this year have been a real lack of lightning-caused fires. We have not had very much lightning this year to date. However, lightning typically does peak in early August in Washington. The DNR crews out on fires have been doing an amazing job, as well as the stewardship of the public in reducing the human-caused ignition. So while we do have very high fire danger indices, I do think that we're on a good track right now. So fire danger is going to continue to increase as we reach the peak of the fire season over the next couple of weeks, and fire weather will continue to play a threat. But things are going pretty well right now.
We must continue to stress the fact is that a majority of our fires, still well over 80-85%, are caused by humans. And as we are going into probably the most challenging parts of the fire season in the coming months, we're urging people to do their part, be one less spark out there. Our firefighters are going to get tired as this season goes on. And we need everyone to make sure they're keeping themselves safe, their neighborhood safe, their community safe, and also our firefighters.
Time for your forecast for the Wenatchee Valley and all of north central Washington on what was a beautiful Wednesday. One of those days it's just really hard to stay inside. Nice and sunny, nice light breeze, warm but not too hot. Beautiful day today. Next couple of days are looking good. Weekend climbing up that heat ladder, and then we get downright hot as we say goodbye July and into August. This is from the Climate Prediction Center. These are the folks who specialize in the long-term forecast. Computer models, weather history, they know what they're doing, and they're accurate almost all the time. And that's the 8 to 14-day outlook as we look not so much to next week, but even right into the first couple of weeks of August. And as you can see there, we are going to see temperatures well above normal for an extended period of time. Is August hot? Yes. Is this August going to be hot? Very much yes. Climate Prediction Center is predicting a cooker to get August going. 84 for the unofficial high today, and it was a little cool this morning if you were up at that hour. 57 was the overnight low. My air conditioner actually turned itself off, if you can believe it or not. And as we get deeper and deeper into the calendar year, that number keeps getting higher and higher. 1.34 inches of rain behind where we should be this time of the year. And I hate to tell you this, there is zero rain in the forecast for the foreseeable future. And again, just like yesterday, this morning's sunrise and tomorrow's sunset, that whole 9 yards, sunrise a little bit later, sunset a little bit earlier. It's going to make us a little bit cooler, but not much. Everything is all relative. Tomorrow's highs, just a couple of degrees warmer than what we saw today. Obviously, the basin usually checks in a little bit warmer, and they will be 89 in Moses Lake, 89 in Quincy, 89 in Ephrata. Wenatchee about 88 or so. If you want to cool off, you want to maybe head up to Leavenworth or the Lake Wenatchee area. It's always a little cooler, higher elevations and more shade. And our friends up in Omak will be kissing that 90-degree mark, which is normal for this time of the year. So there's just really one thing to talk about. There's a ridge of low pressure. It's right off the Pacific coast, but it's super weak. It's just sitting there, kind of meandering around. There's no system to bump that low out of the way. So it's just kind of sitting around. But that low is eventually going to move up to the northeast, and it's going to be like a giant vacuum, and it's going to suck all that dry, hot air that's been affecting the southwest of this country down to the Four Corners area, Phoenix, Las Vegas is going to come right up and pay us a visit, and it's going to be like one of those in-laws that kind of come over to your house and sleep on your couch and drink all your beer and eat all your food and run up your telephone bill. It's just going to sit there, and it's going to really start baking us up, not only for the Pacific Northwest, the Wenatchee Valley, but all of the western United States. There are still some big-time fires burning up in British Columbia. Any kind of fire that gets going in our neck of the woods is going to really get going because it's going to be hot and dry, no wind, but no rain either. Long, extended period of hot and dry weather is coming our way. It's going to really get going on Saturday. By Sunday, you're going to feel it, and we're going to be in the mid-90s all of next week. When Grant comes back from vacation, he's going to be real boring with the weather forecast because we're doing all we can just to tell you it's going to be sunny and hot. If you like outdoor activities, the next few days are the best days before we get cooking by the time we get to the weekend. Again, 84 unofficial high today, 60. For the overnight low tonight, we bump it up to 88 on Thursday, Friday to 90 degrees, Saturday 91. Going to hover right around 90 on Sunday. The last day of July is Monday with a July-type day, and then we welcome August on Tuesday with highs in the mid-90s, and that is the long-term forecast right through all of next week. That's your forecast. Still to come, sports with Eric Granstrom and more. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Pybus Public Market is on the move to make parking, dining, shopping, and events an even better experience for our community. Check out the progress that has already been made towards the revitalization. The Westside project is well on its way, but we need your help to get over the finish line. All donations are greatly appreciated and can be made online at our website or in person at the business office. We want to thank those who have already partnered with us. You are helping make the place we love a better place for our community to meet.
I have no idea what I'm doing. That's why we need you. We need people to run cameras so I can get back down on the broadcast and talk about what's going on. We pay $75 per event. If it's sports, if it's a parade, if it's Apple Blossom, if it's a Super Oval, $75. If that sounds like some extra good money for you, we'd love you to be part of our team. All you have to do is email me, sports@ncwlife.com. sports@ncwlife.com. In the meantime, I gotta go figure out this camera. The balls were leaving Target Field in droves today as the Mariners held on to beat Minnesota 8-7. The two teams combined for 7 home runs on the day, including 2 by Dylan Moore as Seattle captured the series. Julio Rodriguez also contributed in the leadoff spot for Seattle, going 3 for 5, and he was just a triple away from the cycle.
Suarez. Teo. Coming on, a good read by Julio. He was 3/4 of the way to third. He knew that was not going to be caught by Willie Castro. Well done. Good job by Tasker Hernandez. 1-0 Mariners. 2-2 to Demo. Hit it hard. Going back, and it is gone. How about Dylan Moore? A line drive home run. And the Mariners have a 2-0 lead. That is crushed. Julio Rodriguez. Wow. That is his 3rd home run in the last 5 days. Mariners have a 3-0 lead.
To left field and deep. Marlowe going back. Vasquez with a home run to left. Julian drives it to left field. Marlowe going back. That's gone. Julian has now hit 10 big league home runs. 5 to right field and 5 to left field.
Mariners is a team that hit 2 this year. There you go, base hit. Right field. Murphy will score. And a stop sign put up for Cade Marlowe. Nicely done. Colton Wong coming through again. 4-2 Mariners here in the fourth.
Driven to right. Another solo home run for the Twins, and they get the run back immediately.
Dillon rides one deep left center field. Looking to carry on this one. Giddy up, baby. Gone! Demo with a 3-run homer. 7-3 Mariners. Gino drives one to the gap. Hit hard. Going back. It's off the fence. Julio's going to walk home. Gino will settle with a long single. That ball gets away. The Mariners pick up another run.
This one hit well left center field. A lot of carry into the second deck. An opposite field home run for Walden. Into right center, up base hit. Larnach around second, he'll score. Farmer comes through, and the Twins are back in the game at 8-5. High fly to right field. It's deep. And off the warning track. Farmer off with the crack of the bat will score, and Gallo delivers an RBI double. Base hit right field. Gallo around third. He will score, and Vasquez bluffs towards second after an RBI single, and it's a one-run game.
It's a 1 from Mooney. Ground ball to Wine. This is going to do it. The Mariners win this game.
Seattle has a travel day tomorrow before beginning a weekend series at Arizona against the Diamondbacks Friday at 6:40. You can watch that on Root Sports Northwest. Well, it was a wild one in Detroit last night. Tigers scored 4 runs at the bottom of the ninth to tie it, only to have the Angels win it in the 10th on Mike Moniak's RBI double. 7-6 the final score. Mitch Garber's 2-run homer in the top of the ninth made it close, but Houston held on to beat Texas 4-3 at Minute Maid Park. Martin Maldonado and Kyle Tucker also homered for the Astros. Mike Yastrzemski's RBI double in the bottom of the 8th was the difference for the Giants as San Francisco edged Oakland in the Battle of the Bay 2-1. Well, the Seahawks began a 14th season under the helm of Coach Pete Carroll and General Manager John Schneider today in Redmond amid a buzz of excitement over a playoff run from a season ago, a fantastic rookie class coming back for their sophomore seasons, and a promising offseason with a strong draft and meaningful acquisitions. The Seattle starts training camp today. The Hawks hope to improve on a 9-8 campaign in 2022 under the second season of starting quarterback Geno Smith. Seattle set to play a mock game at Lumen Field again August 4th and host the Vikings in the first preseason game on August 10th. Well, the Apple Sox just keep on winning, turning away Bellingham last night 5-1 for their 7th consecutive league win and their 11th straight win at home. Frankie Carney and Carson Olin contributed mightily in the top 2 batting positions. As Wenatchee got out to an early 2-0 lead in the first, they'd add 3 more in the 7th and get fantastic relief pitching from Evan Canfield in the win. I was joined by Brandon Schmitten with the call here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Now Nick Putnam with a count in his favor at 2 balls and a strike, and the pitch swung on and a broken bat. This is going to be an interesting play for the second baseman. In fact, the right fielder should have called for it. He does it, and the ball falls in, and a run's going to score. Second baseman Yoshida is kind of playing towards the bag at second, so there's a big gap over there. This pitch swung on, and good. How about finding a gap in center field for an RBI single? Beautifully struck ball by Winton. Give him an RBI. A lot of our prep work done for the broadcast here tonight. This pitch bounces in, goes off the catcher's shin guard, I think, and goes all the way up the third baseline. So a run will score on the wild pitch here. The pitch on the way. Curveball
there we go.
And hit the right field. That's going to drop down for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. Moving from second to third on the play will be Sebastian David. The Apple Sox lead it 3-1. He runs.
That was a good jump, too.
Pitch is swung on, a hit in the air to left field. That's going to drop down for a base hit. Runner's going to score. And around to third base, who was going on the pitch is Carson Olin. The runner's going to score as a throw got away from the second baseman. Standing tall on the mound for the Wenatchee Apple Sox. The pitch is swung on and grounded to the first baseman. Canfield will field his position, and he will get the win for Wenatchee tonight. over the Bellingham Bells by a score of 5-1.
After the ball game, I caught up with Coach Mitch Darlington and winning pitcher Evan Canfield to get their thoughts on a big 5-1 win.
You know, early in the game, we had a few base running miscues. You know, a first and third guy runs, guy at third takes off, gets caught. You know, just some bonehead stuff there early that we didn't cash in on. But yeah, like our lineup, the way we were resilient and able to score a few late in the game and secure a win.
Well, how about having Cam Hoyland back in the lineup and he comes through for you big time tonight, and that's a fun story.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I tell people, there's 3 rosters in this league, man. There's your early June roster with your 10-day contracts. There's full season guys, and then your late July, early August, where we're getting to now, where guys are departing every other day, and you're bringing back some old faces and some new faces. And so it was fun to see Cam back in a Sox uni and put on a show for our fans tonight, for sure.
Well, meanwhile, you got a guy coming out of the bullpen who's just been doing great things for you all summer long, and nice to have a guy like Evan Canfield come in and just put it to rest and just squelch any offense they had.
Yeah, Canfield, I mean, he's been nails for us the last 2 summers, man. He just thrives in that role. He's a kid that doesn't really feel the pressure. He just kind of embraces it. And again, yeah, another gutsy performance by him going, I think it was 5 strong innings. So really proud of his performance tonight.
Evan, congratulations, 5 1/3 and goose eggs up there. How does that feel?
Oh, it feels great. Just filling up the zone so me and the boys can get the win today.
Talk about that for you, and you're not, you're used to coming in out of the bullpen now for Wenatchee, no matter what the circumstance is. What's your attitude and your mindset when you come into a game?
We just got to have a mindset of filling up the zone. That way your people behind you can make plays and hopefully come out with the W.
How about playing in front of a good crowd here tonight? It seemed to get you juiced up a little bit, especially in that 9th inning.
Oh, it's awesome. The crowd is awesome. They're super loud and keep the fans and the players in the game, and it just makes the game so much more fun.
Wenatchee Bellingham play again tonight, 6:35 at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. You can tune in for the call on Sunny FM with a good friend Joel Norman on the call. While Wenatchee reduced its magic number to 1 to clinch a playoff spot, they didn't get help from Kelowna last night. Nanaimo kept its slim playoff hopes alive with a 3-2 win over the Falcons. Other West Coast League play last night, Victoria shut out Kamloops 2-0. Edmonton blanked Port Angeles 2-0. Cowlitz and Ridgefield split a doubleheader with the Black Bears winning the opener in 8 innings 7-6, while the Raptors won the nightcap 3-0. Yakima Valley ended Corvallis' 12-game winning streak by downing the Knights in 12 innings 5-4. Springfield edged Portland 5-4. Walla Walla beat Bend by a final of 6-2. Wenatchee's lead in the North Division continues to be 2 games in front of Victoria. Kelowna is 3 games back after the loss last night. Nanaimo 6 games out and 7-9. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Have a happy Wednesday.
And that is our newscast for this Wednesday. Thanks for being with us. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website, NCWLIFE.com. That's where I plan to post my review of Oppenheimer. And remember, if you see news happening, we would like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call, 888-6295. That's 888-NCWL. I'm Jefferson Robbins. I'll see you back here tomorrow night.
Baseball, the Symphony, Super Oval, and graduations are all community events we're proud to bring you on the NCWLIFE channel. Coverage is made possible by Apple Valley Honda, Bob's Apple Barrel Bark, Castle Rock International Real Estate, Confluence Health, JDSA Law, Mary Maids, Mini Blinds, and more. Prestige Senior Living at Colonial Vista. Together for Youth, Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, and Walkabout Grill. A reflection of and spotlight on the communities we call home. The NCWLIFE channel.